Good evening, traders, and welcome to the weekly commodity report. I'm your host, Paul. This is where I use wave analysis to look at the charts, see what patterns are in play, and what price levels are important. Going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and uranium. So let's start. And we're going to start with the futures contract for natural gas on a 2-hour chart here. And just a slow grind up. A lot of strong selling, only to rebound very quickly for natural gas in the last week. So the pattern is still unclear as to where we are. As I've been saying, we've had a three-wave move down, so it's possible that the low is in. But given the way that this is going, it's not even really going up, just kind of going sideways, I think there's still one more low. And so that's what I'm looking at. So this to me still looks like three waves down. And this, there's a couple of ways that I can count it. The one that I'm looking at, I think this was all a leading diagonal up to here, and this is a running flat. So it's 1, 2, came up for 3, down for 4, and then back up for 5. And then I stuck with that, and then it kind of solidified when they came down here in 3 waves, right down to the 618, right at the bottom of that green box. So, and then it went up, and then today they broke that previous high of 2294. So now that really feels to me like this was a 5-wave move, 3-wave correction down, found support, and went back up. Now I don't think that this is done yet, because this, if I drill in just down even to a 1 hour, it just looks very much like 3 waves. 1, 2, and 3 up to there. So, there's a couple of patterns that are in play. If it comes down into this area here, especially like down to what, 2.2 basically, and then goes back up, I think this is all going to be a running flat then, and that's what it's looking like to me. So that'll be the pattern. So 5 up, and then this will be A, B, C, and then C will be down here, and it should then go back up and break that 2.3, 2.5 high once more. The other pattern is that it's not going to be a running flat. So take all this off, and instead it's just maybe it's going to make that could be an impulse, could be 1, and then that was 2, and then this is like, it's not a 5-wave move. This itself is, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, because that 4 came down too low. So it's not an impulse. So yeah, it's just too hard. There's a lot of patterns that this can be, but it's not done. I don't see how that can, unless I'm miscounting this, and this is really just 1, 2, 3, and that'd be like a W, and then this would be an X, and then this 3-wave move, that would be like a Y wave. That's a possibility. Yeah, so there's a lot of, I don't think this is done yet, whatever this is, not until they break that level, 2125. Once they do that, then I think that this was just, oops, wrong one. This would have been just a WXY correction, and then it's going to come back down. So yeah, I want to see how this plays out here. I feels like it's not done. There's not really any divergence on the 1 hour between these. So I'm wondering if it's not going to come down for a running flat and then go back up. So let's see. But yeah, natural gas, it's a little tricky. I mean, like I said, I'd only be interested really in buys right now. So, yeah, it's hard to tell even for a buy because you might be able to get it like way under this 199. That's the only problem. You know, if you put maybe a small position on, you could definitely be buying somewhere in this zone, especially if it comes down to this 2-2 level. But yeah, there's like I said, I still think there's good possibility of one more fall. So let's see how this plays out to figure out what this pattern is. But yeah, I'm still only looking for buys. Uh, Playing for a short it's just a little risky. All right, let's move on to oil. Oil getting very, very, very impulsive now. So I got this whole move down. Like here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you come back here, and then this is 1, 2, 3. Came right into the perfect zone for the 4, and then ending diagonal for 5. So now we can undo that. And so now I'm looking at this zone for being another 1, 2. This is all 3. And this would be the zone 67.98 to 69 where a 4 should happen and then still come back down for 5. So I'm still in the camp that oil is going to go and break the 63.61 low. And this would be the perfect place to do a short for the 4. Now, it didn't quite get there. And it almost has the feeling that this 3-wave move could be just the A, and now they'll make a B, one more up, get into that purple zone for sure, and then sell off hard. But I'd only be looking for sell setups, and you do have a 3-wave move already, and it just barely missed that 67.98 zone. So, yeah, I think it's close enough that you could put on a little short if you're into shorting oil and play for it to go at least break 65.23, but I think that will come and probably challenge the 63 low. So, yeah, to me, oil is in the 4th wave. It's just a matter of, is that 3-wave move that completed today, is that all the 4? And now it's just straight down to go break 63, or are they going to make a bigger 4? Kind of make a B wave and then one more up into this zone. If they do, I think that's a really good entry for a short to go down to 63. If you get it in the 68 to 69 range. All right, let's move on to the metals. Start with copper. And copper just kind of starting to get a little going up, kind of sideways, but I think, as I said last week, I think this is ABC. Now, I thought that this could have been the AB, and we were over here last week, and then all they did is corrected, and then another 3-wave down. So when I look at this more closely, this down wave, it looks to me like it was a diagonal. And so you had like a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and then this 5 just came and barely broke that previous low. Sorry, this low right there. So now I got like 5 waves for the C wave. So now it actually makes sense that they corrected up and still one more down. And then this looks like 1, 2, and then this very much looks like 1, 2. And it almost looks like this could be a 1, 2 also. So it's either creating like a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, and it's going to fall. Now, if it does, and if it breaks that level, I would want to be out of copper, but I think this could be going up. So like I think this ABC could be 1, and then they just were hovering at the bottom of this green zone 3 times. I think that's ABC. I think that's 2, and now it's going to go up and break this 427 high. We'll have to see if they're going up in as a C wave. Like this ABC was A, this ABC down was B. Are they going up for a C wave and then coming all the way down? Or is this the start of a diagonal? This ABC was 1, this is 2, and now they're going to go up for 3, 4, and 5. So I'll have to wait and see on that. But it's looking good. But like I said, I'd have a stop here. You could even put a stop here, because if it falls that far, then it's not what I'm thinking. Because I think this is 1 and 2, and then this is 1 and 2, and now this should start to play out like a 1, 2, and then should be going up for a 3, 4, and a 5, and then 1, 2, and then 3, and then you get a 4, and then you'll be on your way. So it should basically just be going up now and finishing these impulse moves. And so like any break below 4109, and then this is not doing what I'm seeing, and then we'll have to relook at what all this was. But yeah, copper, it looks good, but I'd have a tight stop. But yeah, it should have a lot of room to be going up. Gold. All right, so just like last week, we're still up in this upper tier here. And I've been saying that, let me fix this. We're in this diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should be going up for the 5th wave inside this 3rd wave. But if you're not in, same as last week, there's nothing to play for, because at any moment after 2531 breaking that, it could reverse and be coming down for the 4th wave, and that 4th wave correction will be bigger than any of these corrections over here. So now it could go drastically higher than 2531, could go 2550, 2570. You just don't know. But you'd have to have strong conviction that it's going to really bust out above 2531 to be entering here. So I'd let it just play out, go up, and then wait for that somewhere above here. You'll get a big 3-wave correction. We'll have to see how high it goes to have a target where this 4th wave will be. But you'll definitely be able to buy it lower than it is right now, and then go up for that 5th wave. So yeah, gold for me, I think there's still more up. Looks like we had a 5-wave move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a really quick 1, 2, 3-wave move down, and now again I see like 5 waves up. Another really quick 3-wave move down. So I mean, this could be like just the A wave. Maybe we'll get a B wave, 1 more down, and then it's gonna go. But I only see gold going up to break the high, and then, like I said, you just got to be careful. Now, when we look at silver, last week it was over here, and I said silver looks much better because you could be buying down here somewhere to go at least break 30, but I think it's going to go up even higher. And then they did 1 more low. So this just turns out to be, to me, it looks like A, B, C. They just barely broke that low. And now it looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. It almost looks like there's 5 waves down. So I could see them actually correcting, coming back down to that low that they created today, and then taking off. But yeah, I'd only be looking for buy setups in silver. Could always have a tight stop under 27.69 or so, because if they do come and break that again, then this is getting a bigger correction than I'm looking at. But yeah, I think silver looks good. And it could be that the low, well, now I can move this over here, that this low 2766, that could be all the correction. And now you're going to start churning up. And uranium. Now, uranium is not looking very good. Because suddenly this is very much looking like 1, 2. This could be a 3. This could be 4. And this was a very sharp sell-off. They didn't break the low. Came really close. And then rocketed right back up here. So it's hard to tell what the pattern is. But when I look at this very much looks like just 1, 2, 3 ways. There is this little drop here. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't think that's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's an impulse. It could be, but this sell-off here is very sharp. There is just this, like when I count ways, I see 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. And then there's this little thing here. Like I don't feel like that's an ABC. And now it's going to go up and be on its way. This is very sharp down, and over here was very sharp. Uranium, I don't know. For me, it's got to prove itself, but I'd only want to be in the buys for uranium. So I guess, it's one of those situations. Maybe if they give like a little 3-wave correction, you could buy, but I'd want to have a tight stop then, because this could be making an impulse, especially if they come and break 2279, because then I'd see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if they come down, break this for the 5th wave. And who knows how low that 5th wave will go, but then under 2279, then I think that it becomes a buy, because you should be getting a decent size correction. You could play for a short-term trade. But yeah, buying right here is just a little, like I said, if they give a little correction down, just so that you can have your tight stop loss sitting like 2290. So the more it drops to that, then you're not risking a whole lot, because it's still not clear like just what this is. The sell-off here was just very, very sharp. So I think that they might be coming down one more time. So you got to wait and see. But yeah, if they give a correction for you, then you can play to at least go back up to 2755. But yeah, I don't know. You're right in the middle of these two levels. So I'd want to see what this is. Because I think if they break 2755, then it's not part of this. Then I think this is just a 1, 2, 3 wave. And then we'll have to see, because then this could be just another 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have to see like if it really starts to get some legs, or does it then roll over. Maybe this is an A, B, C, and then they're going to go up. So yeah, it's a little tricky right now. That's why I'd only want to be buying if you're not in. If they give you a 3-wave correction down, maybe like mid 24s, there you could take a stab at it. All right, that's what I see on the commodities. Hope it helps. Thanks for your likes and support. Good luck. See you in the next video.